For generations, the milestone 16th birthday has meant a driver's license and newfound freedom. But with the rise of ride-sharing services like Uber, Lyft, and Sidecar, some kids are gaining independence, even younger. Jan Crawford is in Washington with a trend favored by many working parents and their busy kids. Jan, good morning.
Well, good morning, Vlad. So, okay, you know what? For a lot of working families, families are just trying to hold it together, the best we can. And when you throw in those long commutes these days for your kids' sports and other activities through all that traffic while you're also juggling a job, it is a logistical nightmare. But now, some parents have found a new way to get the kids back and forth and still keep their day job.
On a good day with no traffic, it's 25 minutes.
2 days a week, 16-year-old Maya Har walks out of her Virginia high school and gets into a car provided by Uber.
Just crossing the Key Bridge into Georgetown.
She takes the ride-sharing service 10 miles to her ballet class in Washington. Maya's parents, Carla and Brian, are not in the car with her, but they are on board with the ride.
We try to be the ones driving her, and it's really hard to balance everything and to be there every time.
You can't leave your work in the middle of the day.
No, you can't always do it, of course.
Having a driver may sound like the ultimate luxury, but these days a growing number of working parents are turning to ride-sharing services for their busy kids.
It wasn't our first pick, but we needed something, and we had a high enough confidence level to do it.
So you said, let's try it.
Let's try it.
Competition in the industry has made services like Uber and Lyft more affordable.
When we get the Uber statement of what the ride is, it's considerably less than a taxi, and it's less than what we were paying the nanny to drive.
And Carla and Brian feel it gives them more control.
Welcome to Uber.
They set up an account to call for the car and can track its route on their phone.
I know myself, I like that I can see where the car is. In a taxi, you put them in a taxi. Do you ever, do you find it sometimes it feels more secure?
In the first month or two, I would watch that app move. Why are you taking that route? Yeah.
But here's the rub. Technically, it's against the rules. Uber says you must be at least 18 years old to take the service alone.
It doesn't change our decision to use the service. I was surprised because I didn't read that when we were signing up, number one, and I don't think anyone's ever asked you your age.
No.
Uber's brand and Lyft's brand have emerged very rapidly and have sort of taken on the sheen of, this is a big company. I can trust this company.
NYU Business School professor Arun Sundarajan says it's one of the top examples of today's new sharing economy, but still comes with risks.
Until we understand exactly what the risks associated with this are, and that can only come with time, I would be cautious about, engaging in behaviors like sending kids alone in an Uber or a Lyft.
Uber conducts background checks and screens drivers, but it also clearly states it has no liability if something goes wrong. That's between you and your driver. Those limitations have led to more kid-specific transportation services, offering increased security and rides for younger children. In the San Francisco Bay Area, Shuttle employs all-women drivers. Boost, backed by Mercedes-Benz, has a concierge who rides with the young passengers.
A lot of days I take the kid Uber now because my mom really likes it and I like it.
In Los Angeles, 3 working moms started Hop, Skip, Drive to solve their own transportation problems.
Your options are to beg, borrow, and steal favors from friends and impose on your friends. Now you've got multiple carpools for each kid, for each activity. The carpools are always on the verge of falling apart.
Along with the rigorous screening and training process for new drivers, Hop, Skip, Drive requires at least 5 years of childcare experience.
We like to say, our drivers are handpicked by picky moms, and we do a lot more than most people do when they're selecting their nanny.
But until these specialty services are available nationwide, overloaded parents and their kids continue to hit that Request Uber button on their phones.
When you're a working mom, you're constantly juggling.
You make it work. Unfortunately, we have those resources to make our chaotic lives run just a little bit smoother.
Now, Uber tells CBS News that if they discover someone is under 18 years old and they've set up their own account instead of using their parents, it's going to be deactivated. We talked to a lot of parents who let their teens use Uber, and they say it's been no problem. Nora?
Yeah, Jan, I know. A lot of moms, too, who spend their entire afternoon driving their kids to activities and need help.
Yeah, I think Maya's mom said it best. We figure it out. We got to make it work some kind of way, and it's definitely answering a need. But I like that hop, skip, drive.
Yeah, great idea.
Picky moms.